so. You shall not destroy my precious best.
How strong is Chakravartin? The Golden Spider. The Weaver of all Mantra. The Creator. The largest character in Asura's Wrath. All valid descriptions for Chakravartin, with all representing a portion of what Chakravartin truly is. Let's start at the beginning. Introducing themselves as the Golden Spider in Naraka, the afterlife in Asura's Wrath. They start off with simply helping Asura to regain his memories, and doesn't perform anything noteworthy, besides casually keeping up with base Asura climbing a tower. This same base Asura was able to do this, which was calculated at 1,440,000 meters per second or 0.48% light speed. However, between Asura's visits to Naraka, the Golden Spider is able to recall events that happen on Earth, showing that despite not even being in the same dimension. Later on, they were able to sneak up on Olga and kill her using their webs. This is actually more impressive than it seems, as Wyzen, with hundreds of millions of souls, is larger than Earth, with power in the large planetary to dwarf star range which you can see here. Yet is also the weakest of the 7 deities, which would include even Olga. If you believe this applies only to base Wyzen, it's more of island level instead, scaling to this. The most interesting aspect of this is that the Golden Spider appeared out of nowhere, presumably transporting from Naraka to the Kana fortress right as Olga was attacking, showed some wide range for teleportation. After this, the Golden Spider possess Mithra as a host, and then reveals themselves as Chakravartin. They also revealed that the Goma were all just a test for a worthy successor in the form Asura. Meaning that all the Goma, Vitra included, are pawns given life and created by Chakravartin, and Chakravartin would easily outscale all of the Goma collectively. Basic abilities of the Goma would include soul consumption and conversion into mantra. Chakravartin would also be able to do this in a far greater scale. Also, Vitra alone was so powerful even Deus with 7 trillion souls would have been unable to defeat Vitra, meaning not only is Chakravartin able to vastly outclass manipulating 7 trillion souls, but also more powerful than 7 trillion souls. Just to compare how much more impressive this is, Deus made this giant fortress, using the mantra of 7 trillion souls. Wyzen, while large, is clearly far smaller. This also is in line with their power difference, with Deus being 10,000 to 70,000 times more powerful than Gonga Wyzen. Furthermore, after revealing all this, Chakravartin easily takes on Yasha and Asura at the same time, when the pair previously fought Vitra and enjoyed the fight. In fact, Chakravartin even enrages Asura into powering up further into his Roth form. And while this was able to break the energy shield, it was unable to even get close enough to fully touch Chakravartin. After defeating Asura, Chakravartin talks to Mithra and clarifies a few details about themselves, such as Chakravartin represents all mantra there is, with it all coming from them. All events of the game were orchestrated by Chakravartin, and similar events had happened before a countless number of times. Both of these have great significance on the true nature of Chakravartin, and I'll revisit these later. Let's show how large Chakravartin truly is. In a game with characters rivaling and surpassing the size of planets, Chakravartin clearly goes far beyond the rest, being larger than galaxies. In fact, using the galaxies as a point of reference, we see that Chakravartin height is a minimum of 8,448 light-years or 79.9 quintillion meters tall. This is also a small galaxy-level feat, with all the stars in the Milky Way getting sucked away so fast many shattered from the speed. In this state, Chakravartin is able to telekinetically move planets and stars at the new destructor Asura. While impressive, it's far more impressive how this one particular celestial body is summoned. By comparing it to the nearby galaxy, which is at least 3,000 light-years, we see it traveled 2,686 light-years in 1.5 seconds, giving it speed of 56.5 billion times the speed of light. Radius of 3,379 light-years and volume is 161,636,027,772 cubic light-years. Using density of the Moon, we get mass of 457 novemdecillion kilograms or 3.8 billion times the mass of the universe. Kinetic energy of 65.6 dautrigentillion joules or universal. As previously established, the giant celestial object has radius of 3,379 light-years. Asura traveled this in 13.4 seconds, making his speed 7,958,215,379.7 times the speed of light. Asura traveling to Chakravartin takes about 5 minutes and 34 seconds, making the full distance at least 84,228 light-years. Chakravartin laser traveled this in 20.4 seconds, making it 130.3 billion times the speed of light. However, this is actually a low ball, because obviously Asura isn't traveling at the same top speed while charging through the solid celestial object. Furthermore, I used a low end of 3,000 light-years for galaxy size, meaning these feats could be 100 times faster. However, a better calculation came on DeviantArt, with them getting 7.5 trillion times the speed of light with Mithra speed. It's then revealed that his galaxy cluster-sized Chakravartin is only a statue, with the true Chakravartin residing on the inside. This place is confirmed in a guide to be a pocket dimension called the Event Horizon, which Chakravartin is able to shatter, revealing Naraka. Now in a guide it said this Naraka was an illusion, however this is hard to believe as it appeared to have physical form just like the second avatar. If it's an illusion as the guide says, it means Chakravartin has such good illusionary abilities that they made a seemingly physical afterlife present. This also speaks volume for the size of the pocket dimension, because illusions or not, it contained this Naraka that Asura shattered, meaning it's equal in size or larger. The extras of the game describes the pillars as endless, which isn't much but does imply it's an entire universe. Considering the previous feat having universal attack potency, and all the planets are presumably linked to Naraka, it being universal and the pocket dimension and being larger makes sense. Now these avatars scaling to universal is impressive, however obviously Chakravartin themselves is far stronger. This is shown by going back to what I said earlier. All events of the game were orchestrated by Chakravartin, and similar events had happened before a countless number of times. Now this sounds like it means the planet Earth is being reset over and over again. However, Chakravartin destroys countless planets in the earlier battle with Asura, so it's unlikely to mean planets. This means the reset of worlds would be on a larger scale, likely universal level, as worlds doesn't necessarily mean planetary. So these resets are on a scale far greater than planetary, likely universal. This would grant life and death manipulation on this level as well. This is also impressive because of what happens in the resets. Chakravartin ensures the Goma appear and orchestrated some force, which could rise to be their successor. Now this could be some high IQ being shown by Chakravartin, it's likely it's something very different. In a conversation between Yasha and Deus, they talk about how they realized they were bound to fight the Goma by their fate. Also that Yasha having a power like Asura, could go against this fate, with Deus having 7 trillion souls was still being bound by this. This means Chakravartin didn't just orchestrated the conflict, but made it their fate, destiny for it to happen. This also explains why Chakravartin talks to Asura at all, because him having a natural power against this fate, Chakravartin would need to talk to him into these events. While this is all impressive, it's still not the full extent of Chakravartin. With a new ability being shown as well as Chakravartin's final form, the Creator. Chakravartin, the creator appearing, is shown to be able to erase the surface of the entire pocket dimension. This erasure was thought capable of killing Asura, and Asura had already been shown to be immune to soul manipulation, while at his weakest with no for 12,000 years. This means that it's likely a form of complete existence erasure. It's also a passive ability, as this was done by simply touching the realm. This are so powerful that Asura, who was rivaling Chakravartin previous form, had his arms shattered by the creator twitching their finger. While not in it to get into a higher tier, it does show a vast improvement in power. Chakravartin was also shown to have new ability to freeze time. Finally, I need to go back to another thing I had said before. Chakravartin represents all mantra there is, with it coming from them. When they died, the mantra is lost. This was the one thing that actually killed Asura, with him needing reincarnation afterwards. Mantra in Asura Wrath can be made from souls, belief and prayer. It's said to be eternal, like a form of energy recycled but never lost. Yet all traces of mantra is erased and lost with Chakravartin death, even to beings who ended up stronger than Chakravartin. This all points to Chakravartin being the conceptual embodiment of all mantra. This would make any property of mantra granted by Chakravartin are all on a conceptual level. Attack potency, universal with avatars and at full power universal plus. Speed, at least 7.5 trillion times faster than light for avatars, but inaccessible speed by using time stop in true form. Abilities, teleportation, awareness of events in other dimensions, soul manipulation, telekinesis, illusions real enough to have physical form, death manipulation, life manipulation, possible fate manipulation, time stop, passive existence erasure and ageless.
Thank you for watching.
Dragon Ball GT Goku vs Dragon Ball Super Goku, base vs base. Omega Shenron vs Dark Schneider.
All ideas for future videos in the description, so we all know what to see.
In making of this video I had help. This channel helped with the thumbnail. These two channels help with some research. And here is another video about Chakravartin.